Hello and welcome to Zen Bin Yoga. My name is Erika and thank you for joining today. We will begin in a seated position, easy pose, legs crossed or legs just out in front, extended, nice and long. Wherever you feel comfortable, if you prefer, you can also be up onto a bolster or a folded blanket or pillow just to alleviate the lower back, tilting the pelvis forward a little bit. Wherever you feel most comfortable, just settle into your seat, hands on your lap or on your knees, palms up or palms facing down, but lengthen through your spine all the way up to the base of the head. And just begin to take a few deep breaths as you settle into your seat. Inhale through the nose. Nice long exhales through the mouth, and just take your breaths as they come to you right now in this moment. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed down towards your hips. Notice any tensions or sensations in your body in this moment, and just see if you can mindfully relax with each inhale and exhale. Keep breathing. We'll come into a few shoulder rolls. You can take your shoulders back a few times, big or small circles. Just create some space here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Take it into the opposite direction. Again, big or small circles here, whichever feels most comfortable for you. And as you relax your shoulders and hands, just begin to turn your chin towards your left and right shoulder. Make your way through a few no motions, keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. As you bring your chin neutral, tuck your chin towards the chest, and then tilt the head back as far as you feel comfortable for a few yes motions. Pause where you feel the need to feel the stretch a little bit more deeply in the front of the neck or in the back of the neck. If you are on a pillow or blanket, you can remove that. At this time, we're going to take the legs out nice and wide in a seated, wide-legged pose. Flex and point your toes and your feet a little bit here. You can roll the ankles if you'd like. Place your hands on each leg or hands just out in front as you hinge at your hips. Keep the feet flexed. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, allow your tailbone to lower more towards your mat as you hinge just a tiny bit more as far as you feel comfortable. Feel the stretch deeply in the backs of each leg. Inhale through the nose. Nice long exhale, sink in. Slowly we'll come up and out. Draw the sole of your right foot in towards the thigh of your left leg. Once you have that right foot in, left hand on the left leg and hinge forward. Or if you prefer to take your left hand, reach for the right thigh or knee. Inhale, reach right arm overhead. Reaching the right fingertips towards the left toes. Wherever you feel most comfortable right now in this moment to just get in a couple deep breaths, breathing in to the right side of the body. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Slowly come up and out. Take the right leg out to the right side. Draw the sole of the left foot in. So once you have the left foot in, hinge with the right hand towards the left, or excuse me, the right leg. If you prefer this time, you can take the right hand and reach for the left thigh. As you inhale, reach left arm overhead, sinking in as far as you feel comfortable. Just a couple deep breaths as you breathe in through the left side of the body this time. Inhales through the nose. Exhales through the nose or the mouth. We'll slowly come up and out. Take your legs straight out in front of you. I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see, but just flex and point the feet a few times, placing both hands on each sides of the hips slightly behind you. Draw the feet into about hip width apart, and as you plant both soles of your feet into the mat, just lift only the right leg or foot off of the mat as high as you feel comfortable. You can feel the engagement of the entire right leg. Really try to engage your core as well. Lean back just enough. Feel that contraction of your core in the abdominals, and then slowly lower right foot down. Take a moment for a deep breath. And then lift the left foot as high as you feel comfortable. You can straighten out the left leg, engage that leg a little bit more. Where do you feel most comfortable? Deep breath and try to hold that core, keep it engaged. We'll slowly lower both feet back down. Take a deep breath and then inhale. We'll lift up both feet as far as you feel comfortable. You can flex or point the feet. Bring the shins parallel to the mat if you feel comfortable to lift the legs that high. But as you sit back into your boat and then exhale, release the legs straight back out in front of you. Hinge just a little here at the hips. Walk the hands down, reaching for your toes. As far as you feel comfortable, if you feel a strain, you can always bend the knees a little bit and reach down for the toes that way. If you have a strap handy, you can always just grab a strap and place it at the soles of the feet. Hinge at the hips, relax the whole upper back, soften the neck, deep breath. Exhale through the mouth. Slowly lift up. We'll sweep the legs back behind. Come onto your tabletop position. Stack the hips over the knees about hip width apart, shoulders over wrists. Hands are about shoulder width apart. Lower the belly as you send the crown of the head and the tailbone up towards the ceiling for your cow. And then make your way to your cat as you arch the back. Pull the pelvis towards the armpits. A slight squeeze of the glutes as you tuck your chin towards the chest. And just at your own pace, move between a few cat and cows, taking your breaths as comfortably as they come to you, not forcing anything, just getting some natural movement. Back to tabletop position. Draw your big toes in to touch one another. As you sit back for your child's pose, you can bring your knees close together or widen them out to each side. As you lengthen through your arms, the upper abdomen can be onto fingertips, palms, or lower down to your forearms, resting your forehead onto your mat or a block. Just a couple deep breaths. Let your spine relax and realign here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. On your next inhale, come back to your tabletop. Hips stacked and just a little hip lean left to right, opening up the hips here a little bit more. Deep breath, maybe pause on one side if you feel the need, but just see how you feel right now in this moment. Bringing your hips back to center, we'll tuck the toes. Send the tailbone up towards the ceiling for your downward dog. You can keep the knees bent a little or a lot. Just try to keep your spine nice and straight. Neck is nice and neutral. Keep the palms and the fingers pressed into the mat. Can lean into the hips a little bit more, pedal the feet a little bit by bending one knee at a time. Come up onto the toes and the balls of both feet, and then lower down. Inhale, lift right leg all the way up towards the ceiling. Flex the foot, point the toes, roll the ankle. Bend the knee. We'll step the right foot forward between the hands. Coming up to the knee, find your balance. Relax the arms down to each side. And then slowly interlace the fingers behind your low back. Keep the heart and the chest lifted and open. Shoulders relaxed down towards your hips. Deep breath. Exhale, release. As you inhale, take the arms all the way up. Relax the shoulders. Soften the elbows. Nice deep breath. As you exhale, hands back down to the mat. Step right foot back, swinging it up towards the ceiling once again. Bend the knee. We'll come back to our downward dog. You can bend the knees and pedal the feet a little bit more. Inhale, lift left leg up as far as you're comfortable. Flex the foot, point the toes, roll the ankle. As you bend the knees, step that left foot forward. Come to high lunge on the opposite side. Relax the arms, shoulders down to each side. Slowly interlace the fingers behind your low back. Shoulders relaxed, chest and heart slightly lifted. Release fingers. Inhale, lift arms all the way up. Relax the shoulders, soften the elbows up there. Deep breath. Exhale, release the hands back down to the mat. Step left foot back, sweeping it back up towards the ceiling. You can flex the foot, point the toes, or roll the ankle once again before you revisit your downward dog. Slowly walk the feet up towards your hands as you ground the feet down into the mat. Hang out here for just a moment. Let the arms hang, cross arms, or grab elbows. You can find stillness or sway left to right. Coming to half lift, fingertips just out in front of the toes or hands just below the knees onto the shins. Keep that spine nice and straight from head down to the tailbone. Shoulders push back towards the hips. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, release hands down to the mat. Stepping one foot back at a time, revisit your downward dog. Inhale, roll up to your plank. Stack those shoulders over the wrists. Bring the chest down towards the mat. Sweeping up for our downward dog. You can tilt the head back as far as you feel comfortable. Stretch your neck. Keep the heart, chest nice and lifted as you tuck the toes. Revisit your downward dog. Soften the knees a little bit here. Try to get the chest towards the thighs. As you slowly lower back down to that tabletop position, inhale, lean into the right hand. Extend that left arm up, taking it underneath the right arm. So your left shoulder is down to the mat, right hand on the mat near the face or above the head, arm extended. If you prefer to go for a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can reach that arm around low back. Deep breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Slowly bring your right hand back on the mat near the face. Inhale, lift up, extend the left arm back up as you reach. Getting both hands back into alignment. Inhale, lean over to the left hand, reaching right arm up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, lower the right shoulder down towards the mat. Left hand on the mat near the face, or left hand reaching above head, still on the mat. If you, if you prefer for a deeper stretch, you can take the left hand and reach around low back for your right hip. Deep breath. Slowly bring the left hand back on the mat near the face. Press yourself up Reaching right arm up one more time. Find that balance. And then settle back into your child's pose, knees together or widened. Notice any tensions or sensations you may feel right now in this moment. As you inhale through the nose, exhale, let it go. Still just taking your breaths however they come to you. Slowly we'll lift up, coming out of our child's pose. Release the big toes from touching. Tucking your toes back under, pressing up once again for your downward dog. You can pedal the feet a little bit if you'd like. Inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, lower the right elbow and then left elbow coming into dolphin. Try to stack the shoulders over the elbows. You can walk the fingertips up just a little bit or walk them back just a little bit. Just try to keep the spine nice and straight. Inhale, coming back up onto both hands in your downward dog. Walk the feet up towards the hands. And we'll slow roll from the base of the spine. Stack each vertebrae on top of one another. Taking a few shoulder rolls, neck rolls, little wiggles or shakes here as you stand up nice and tall. We're going to look back for the chair that we know isn't there. So try not to have your knees go well over your toes. Mindfully draw the navel towards your spine as you tuck the tailbone just slightly. Where do you feel most comfortable in your chair? I'm kind of short. If you prefer a bar stool, dining room chair, or if you have children, just find where you're most comfortable. Just be mindful of your tailbone, keeping your spine nice and straight, shoulders relaxed. You can bring palms together to your heart, arms extended out front parallel to your mat, or arms parallel to your head, wherever you feel most comfortable. Deep breath. Nice long exhale. Bring palms together to your heart. Hinge at the hips even more. Bend the knees. Stepping back, revisiting our downward dog. Nice deep breath. Lowering the knees back down to the mat once again, top of the feet flat onto the mat. Sitting back once again for your child's pose. Once you have settled all the way back, arms extended, lift up just enough. Walk the fingertips over to the right side. Keep the hands right next to one another or stack the left hand on top of the right. Nice deep breath. Notice how you feel right now in this moment. We'll slowly lift up and take it to the opposite side. Keep the hands right next to one another or stack right hand on top of left. Feel the stretch along the right side of the body. Deep breath. Nice long exhale through the mouth. Noticing any similarities or differences in your left and right side, and just acknowledge where you are in this moment. As you inhale, lift up, come back to center. Find a seated position on your mat, legs extended. And as you slowly draw the feet in, bring the soles of your feet in together. As you draw the heels in closer towards the pelvis, try not to compromise your spine. If you do so, take the legs out a little further away from you, resting the hands on your feet, ankles, or just arms onto the knees. Try to keep the spine nice and straight. You can hinge a little at the hips if you'd like. Deep breath. Exhale through the nose or mouth, whatever feels most comfortable for you. As you exhale, allow yourself to relax just a little bit more. Slowly extend one leg, once again at a time, out in front. Coming to lie back onto your mat, legs extended, arms extended on each side. And just allow everything to become heavy, acknowledging how you feel right now in this moment, opposed to how you felt when you first began this practice today. Inhales through the nose, feel your chest and your belly rise. Exhales through the mouth, feel the chest lower, the belly deflates. Bring both knees one at a time in towards your chest. Give them a little hug and just rock a little left to right. Create a little space in your lower back, the tailbone area. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Bring the spine back to center, planting both feet down onto the mat, just below the bottom. Heel toe the feet out to each side of the mat, and then let your knees fall over towards the right side. Left knee is falling towards the sole of your right foot. Bring the knees back through center, and then let both knees fall over to the left side. The right knee will fall towards the sole of your left foot. Make your way through a few windshield wipers just at your own pace. Let your legs fall over as far as you feel comfortable. You can keep your arms on each side of your body, palms down or hands on your thighs to help control. Just get a good healthy stretch here in your lower back, the hamstrings, the quads, the hips, the hip flexors, even a little in the groin. Bring your knees back to center as you heel to the feet back in to about hip width apart. Straightening out only the left leg, rolling over to your left hip. Try to keep only the lower half of the body rotated to the left side as you drop your right knee to the left side. Open up the right arm, reaching to the right side for a supine twist here. You can place your left hand maybe on your right knee or thigh, wherever you feel most comfortable. Just a few deep breaths. Get a nice deep stretch here in the right leg and the low back. Slowly make your way back to center. Extend right leg as you bend the left knee. Rolling over to the right side, let your left knee fall over to the right side. Opening up and extending the left arm to the left side. You can place your right hand maybe on the left, or excuse me, yes, the left knee or the left thigh, wherever you feel most comfortable. Just a few deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Allow yourself to relax as much as you feel comfortable, acknowledging how your body feels in this moment. We'll slowly roll back to center. Once again, draw the knees in towards the chest. This time, send the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling and then lower them back down. Just a little rock here in the low spine, getting it off the mat just a little. Just a little bit of movement in the legs, creating some extra blood flow. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, extending both legs back out onto the mat. Arms extended out on each side as you walk the shoulders down towards the hips, away from your ears. If you prefer, you can also place the left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. Deep breaths. And just take this moment to give thanks to yourself for showing up on the mat today. Give thanks to your body for each intentional movement that you made today. And lastly, give thanks to your breath for each mindful breath that you took throughout this flow and for every breath that you take every day, even without even having to think about it. Inhale through the nose, feel the chest rise, your belly inflating. And as you exhale through the mouth, feel the chest lowering down, feel the belly deflating. On your next few inhales, just visualize all of your happiness, all of your joy. And as you exhale, just visualize yourself releasing everything here on the mat today. Bringing awareness to your body, wiggle the toes a little bit. Maybe move the ankles or your kneecaps as that awareness draws all the way up, each vertebrae making your spine, down each arm. You can move the wrists a little bit or wiggle your fingers some. Let that awareness make its way all the way up to the space between the eyes and the center of your forehead, all the way through the crown of your head. Slowly making your way over to your right side. Stack the knees on top of one another. Left hand on the floor and or mat in front of your chest. Deep breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And when you are ready, straighten out your left leg. Press yourself up with your left hand and then the right until you're all the way up into a seated position. Once again, relax the shoulders. Bring the palms together to your heart. Spread the fingers just a little bit. Deep breath, wishing you all peace, health, wealth, and abundance. Namaste. Thank you for joining me on this flow today. I hope you enjoyed. I look forward to your feedback. You can leave a comment if you liked it. Please like this video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, week, month, and year. Thank you so much.